Now, what about question 3? The distance and time it would have taken them to travel. As we have seen, the distance between Israel and Egypt, North Africa, is very short. In fact, as you enter into the Sinai Peninsula, you are literally then in Africa. It is important to understand this before we continue, as the distance and time it would take to travel from Israel to Egypt depends on the place of departure in Israel and the final destination in Egypt. Luckily, we know that the exact location of the departure of the Holy Family in Judea was Bethlehem, and we also know they rode a donkey. Therefore, to reach Egypt, they would have had to make many stops along the way. Come, let us follow their footsteps. Now, here is Bethlehem, the place the Holy Family departed from. Now, this particular map is also to scale, approximately 3 centimeters every 50 kilometers. And this is a 15 centimeter ruler, measuring in total approximately 250 kilometers. With this ruler and this scaled map, we can now calculate for ourselves the actual distance of the Holy Family's journey. Now, from Bethlehem to the Egyptian border, it is approximately 6 centimeters, therefore 100 kilometers. And from this border to the town of Basta, traditionally entered by most visitors into the Egyptian delta, it is 15 centimeters, therefore 250 kilometers. Adding these together, we get 21 centimeters, and therefore a total distance of 350 kilometers. Traveling by road, making stops with a young child and carrying the needed supplies would have taken the Holy Family approximately 2 weeks to make this journey. Question number 4. Where did they stay? Now, we know the route, the distance and the time it would have taken them to reach Egypt. But before we look at where they actually travelled after reaching Egypt, let us first set the scene and the conditions, the flight and the expense. What help and support did they have? Now, we have followed the Holy Family's journey through the Sinai Peninsula, entering Egypt at Basta, where they must have been greeted by friends and relatives. Fleeing in haste at night with a child, with the uncertainty of not knowing how long they would be gone for or exactly where they would be staying, must have been a most harrowing experience for the Holy Family. Although they were only able to grab the few things they could carry, luckily, our God, who is the best planner, had sent them a few hours earlier some very valuable gifts to trade. Gold, incense and myrrh, thanks to the wise men.
I would never give the power to appall him. Run, come, crucify the dread.
Now, to appreciate the importance of the evidence supporting the journey and stay of the Holy Family in Egypt, we must first get an understanding of the duration of time they spent there. Question number 5. How long? Their residency. Now, the Bible does not shed much light on the Holy Family's journey to Egypt or their residency there. However, it does give us an indication of how long they may have stayed. Now, contrary to popular belief, King Herod actually died in 4 BC. It is believed that from the killing of the innocent to King Herod's death was approximately 4 years. By subtracting this duration of 4 years from 4 BC gives us a birth of Yahshuah to be around 6 to 8 BC. So it was for up to 4 years that the Holy Family lived in Egypt. In exile, on the run and in hiding, they could not have stayed in one place for too long. So they must have traveled and resided throughout the entire land.